All right. Clap thrice. Welcome to the Life Worth Living podcast. I am Michelle Krieber.
And I'm Claire Riley.
And this is not our 20th attempt of the evening.
No.
To begin this podcast.
First one.
Whatsoever. We're just jumping right into it.
We're just two little lads hopping into their first podcast. It's our very first attempt, I promise.
There are not billions of outtakes that at some later date we will share with the rest of the world.
No, definitely not.
All right. Well, Claire, I feel like we're just feeling the pressure, and I am feeling the perfectionism. That is not something you suffer from. But to start a first episode has a certain amount of gravitas that feels overwhelming.
It does. I understand.
It feels like it has to be something perfect that if someone were to reflect on many years from now, once we've recorded hopefully many a podcast episodes, they will go, what a fabulous first episode that was.
I think they will, no matter what.
Well,
Because this is going to be fantabulous.
yes, and we both strongly believe in starting things before you feel 100% ready, and as Michael Scott would say, finding yourself along the way. So here's to this take being the take we are committing to.
Oh, yeah. Honestly, that's how I live, is starting before I feel ready.
Yeah, that's how you live.
That's how I
and
live.
how I am trying. that should be the asterisk. Like, both of us believe, except for most of these fabulous things, Claire believes them, and I tag along like the little child saying, okay, yes, I can also do this. I can also be this positive.
No, you're doing incredible at it.
Well, thank you.
So why don't you tell everyone what this podcast is going to be about and why we started it?
You had this idea, or I?
You actually did.
See, you said that, and I can't remember when that happened, so I'll believe you. But okay, I guess I had this idea. Oh, you're right. I did have this idea. And then you, like 2 days ago, were just like, let's do it. You and I have very big picture mindset, positive conversations on a day-to-day basis. And really the only thing that's going to change is that we'll start recording them and sharing them. But you and I are both very passionate about living life to the fullest potential, and we both come from very, very different brains, but we always meet in the middle, and it makes for, I think, really interesting, odd, and existential conversations.
Yeah, I think so too. And I think we've had a lot of them, especially in the past few months. I think that you have done a lot of growing mentally and physically in your own way. And I think that we've just had so many incredible conversations that we want to share with the rest of the world too. We both can speak to some very different ways of thinking. So hopefully through this podcast, I might speak to maybe half of you, and Mish will speak to the other half of you who just come from completely different perspectives. But hopefully we'll be able to shed some light on some issues that are really important and just how to have a fun life.
Even though we're just like getting over the hump of recording our first episode, I know this is something that we're going to continue and is going to be sustainable and is going to be something we'll continue to be passionate about. So I'm really excited to see what kinds of people we can bring on and what kind of conversations we'll have. And a lot of it, I think, to start off with, we're going to interview people in our lives, because between the two of us, we know some really fabulous, interesting, clever people that we are so proud to know and either be family members with or friends with or colleagues with. So I personally am just excited to start with that pool of people and then eventually, get to know others through conversations and different topics. But
yeah, we have incredible people in our lives that we've met throughout the years and that have grown up with us too. And you guys are going to be able to hear their unique perspectives on life, and it's going to be so much fun.
Alrighty, Claire, we're going to throw in a little insert right now because we recorded the majority of this episode the other day and then realized we didn't really introduce what we do for a living.
It's true.
So we got to change that.
We got to change it around.
Right here, right now.
Right now is the time to do it.
So I was thinking you introduce what I do and I introduce what you do
Let's do it.
for fun.
Should I start?
I was going to start, but sure.
You start.
You
start. You seemed confident in that.
No, my love.
This is what happens when you
Comments.
get two people pleasers together.
No,
I
and
swear.
that's
You
your
take it away.
and that's
You
your
take
position.
it away.
No, and that's you for
I-
you now. Just a true embodiment of Canadian grocery stores where you're walking the same little side of the aisle, and you're like, no,
you go ahead.
Just a Canadian Costco as a relationship. That's what we
Yes.
are.
It's true. Okay, so who's starting?
I'll start.
Okay.
Okay, so both Claire and I wear many hats. And it's cool because Claire was always envisioning herself to graduate university, which she did, by the way, in communication with honors.
Yes.
Yes. And she was going to do a 9-to-5 for the rest of her life. Keep it simple. Then, very quickly, after a couple of months in her first 9-to-5 job, was like, okay, I'm going to try and do something different. And in a second, she basically just became her own entrepreneur and went for it, created her dream life, became a freelance social media manager and business coach. And she has been thriving ever since she made that decision. She has started many businesses now, and they've all thrived. And her latest one, which is just coming to fruition, is a sustainable clothing line that promotes acceptance and inclusivity. Would you phrase it that way?
Oh, yes, I would.
It's called As You Are, and it is almost ready, and it is 100% going to be the best thing that you have done yet. And the thing with Claire is she gets an idea, she goes for the idea succeeds because she makes it so. And that is the magic of Claire.
Wow.
So
I should
that's
bring
what
you
she
along
does.
everywhere and just get you to introduce me to anyone that I meet.
Just
Because that
be
was so
your
good.
hype person. Be your business hype person.
Biz hype lady.
Yes.
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 It's true.
And
That
if we
was
were best friends, I would be a good hype person
It's true.
to find you people.
It's
But
true.
alas, I have claimed you for my own.
Oh, but that was a really good wrap up of what I do. It's
Would you like to add anything? By all means, add anything.
not really, other than I am so excited for the clothing line to officially launch. That's going to be so much fun. But I also just love changing around in life so much, so I don't know what I'm going to be doing in 5 years or 10 years or 50 years from now. I hope that I'm just going to change it up and do a lot of different stuff. So,
Yeah, I think that's really cool because
Yeah.
most people are terrified to do that.
yeah.
And you are...
I'm terrified to do the opposite.
You're aiming for that. No, exactly. Like, and that's immediately you were like, I don't want consistency, which
Yeah.
is so cool because I've literally never had consistency ever.
Mm-hmm.
And so we get to be in the same boat now because in that little window where you were a 9-to-5, I was like, what am I going to do with myself?
It's
because
true.
our lives are going to look so different. And now, even though we do very, very different things, the
structure is
chaos
sort of the same.
and the structure in that the lack of structure
The structure and the chaos live
looks
together.
the same. Yes,
It's
in
true.
harmony now.
In
Although
harmony.
even though you sometimes do work on more like not 9-to-5 hours, but you maybe do have a little bit more consistency than
Yeah,
I do.
definitely.
It's still
have more
a lot
meetings.
more similar
Yeah, more meetings, more scheduled things that I have to attend
on like
or
a
go
weekly
to.
basis.
Yeah.
Whereas my day-to-day is just
Very different.
always
Always
random as heck.
It's true.
But at least you're with me in that now.
Yeah,
To a
which I
small degree.
love so much.
Yeah,
And that was a
me
great
too.
segue.
Oh, that is a great segue.
That was a fantastic
That's
segue.
a very nice segue.
Oh, segue.
Why? And so, and I'm going to try to shut up while you talk about me.
Yes, please do.
Please do shut up,
do
all right?
shut
I'm
up.
going to sit over here. I put myself in the corner.
She has left the frame.
I can't
oh,
interject.
that's a good tactic.
Otherwise, I will be making sound like the dog.
It's true, which we will
Dog-
probably still hear.
Oh, you will hear many a pitter-patters in these episodes.
Many. It's true. So, what Mish does for a living is really, really different from, I would say, the average person. So she's in the arts. She has been since you were 2, 3.
2, 3 is a stretch. Professionally since
Professionally,
I was 6.
yes. But you dabbled. You dabbled in it.
I was on stage maybe by the time I was 2. But that makes it sound like I came out of the fetus.
You came...
Wait, you don't come out of the fetus. You just are.
I hope not.
I thought I was supposed to shut up over here.
It's true. I unfortunately invited you back into the conversation, which was a mistake.
What? You did that, actually. That's on you. That's not on me. That's what I mean.
It's true. I apologize for the craziness that just ensued because of my actions. However, Misha's been in the realm of the arts since she was 6 or so. And she is primarily a singer-songwriter, but she also does voice acting, all of the stuff. And she's also an incredible musician. So she does piano, guitar, drums, ukulele, you name it, she's probably done it. And even if you don't think you've heard her voice before, you probably have and just didn't realize it. The magic of voice acting. Ta-da!
Okay, are you done?
I mean, there's a lot more to say about her.
That's
but
okay. That's
I should
enough.
shut up.
That's enough.
Because you've got a whole rest of our podcast episode to listen to. Do you have anything else that you want to add? Because you do so much.
Well, yeah, I do a lot of like random things, but all underneath the umbrella, like professionally. As people, we are interested in a lot of different things. And both you and I could do a lot of different things for a living.
Yeah.
But we kind of have our categories and we move around a lot within them.
Yeah.
But we are sort of centralized in what we do and probably kind of always will be, although maybe me more than you.
Yeah.
You might like severely change course because you want to at some point.
Yeah.
I don't think I could ever not be in the arts for a living.
Yeah. I think that for the rest of my life, I will probably at least aim to work for myself or create businesses. I don't personally love the idea of working for someone else. I just have a lot of ideas that I want to see come to fruition. So I'm probably just going to create a bunch of different businesses.
Mm-hmm. Is there anything else that you'd like to add to this insert, Claire?
I don't think so.
Anything else we didn't really say?
I think
have we introduced Milo?
We never introduced Milo.
Yeah, we didn't. Let's change that as well.
Okay.
Would you like to tell the story briefly of our dog?
Yes. So it was one of the most sudden big decisions I think we've ever made.
Extreme spontaneous decision.
Extreme spontaneity. So basically, last year, I've always been a person to check the SPCA's website just kind of for fun more than anything, but I always knew that I wanted a dog at some point in my life, so I would just check regularly to see what was available.
And your childhood dog, Charlotte, was also from the SPCA.
It's true, so it felt really familiar. I still at some point want to adopt a dog from the SPCA or from a rescue shelter. But
we're going to have so many dogs when we're older.
I can't wait until we have
every single dog
space and adult money. We will be having many a dogs.
Gosh. I want to save every single dog in every single one of those ads. That is my dream.
We will.
That's really my only dream.
Me too.
Is to just have the room and the money to get every single one of those dogs.
And then they'll all live together.
Yeah. Oh my, I'm gonna cry.
Oh dear.
Continue with the story, Claire.
We can't talk much about animals here, folks.
Oh, I will.
Without tears
burst
being
into
shed.
Tears.
So, continuing on with the story, there was one day, again, a bit over a year ago today, that I found a dog. I think his name was Motley.
Yes, Motley. He was a border collie, German Shepherd.
Yeah.
And we always really wanted a herding dog. So we were like, okay, well, let's just like apply and see if he's still available by the time they see our application. He wasn't. So the next day when we received the news that some family had already taken him, our reaction to hearing that he'd been already taken, I think is what made us both go, oh no. Mm-hmm.
Oh, we need a dog.
Oh, we need and clearly really want a dog because we're devastated that we didn't get this dog. So then Claire just, did a quick little search on Kijiji or Craigslist, whatever it was, the Vancouver area, just to see if anyone had had a litter, some border collie-esque type dogs. And there was one. And Claire just sent a message casually, not thinking, it was going to go anywhere. unbeknownst really to me, not like you were going behind my back, but it was just very casual.
It was very casual.
You're just like, I'm just going to message them. Just because
see.
why not?
Why not?
That night, we go to Queen Elizabeth Park in Vancouver, meet this dog. Okay, actually, even more crazy to me, we really fell in love. In this picture of the litter, the girl, there was like 2 of them left, and it was a girl and a boy, and we didn't see a picture of Milo. We just saw a picture of the little girl, and we're like, oh my gosh, she's really cute. And the guy was like, okay, great, I'll bring her, but I'm also going to bring the little boy because I can't leave him alone, so it's okay if you meet both. And we're like, yeah, that's fine. We get there. The girl was very sweet, but she was really anxious and not connecting with us at all. Then we hold Milo, and it was immediate. He was licking your face and snuggling right in.
Yeah.
And same with I.
It was really cute.
It was so cute.
I've never seen such a calm dog, which is crazy to say because now he is the most chaotic dog that I know. But yeah, he was absolutely adorable, and it was love at first sight with this little pup. Mm-hmm. So we went home. We got into our car, actually, and the first thing that we did was just stare at each other and have this look of like, oh no, we are getting this dog.
Much earlier in our timeline of life that we were thinking we were going to get a dog.
Yeah, we were maybe thinking in
down
a few
the
years.
line, at least.
But once you meet a dog,
and you know it's supposed to be yours,
you can't just let it go.
I knew immediately that was supposed to be my dog.
Yeah.
And it's crazy to me that we thought it was the other one, and maybe like if he hadn't brought Milo and he just brought the sister.
Yeah.
Oh,
we'd either have her, which I don't think we would. We'd probably just
she wasn't meant to be our dog. So it just ended up working out, and thank goodness it did, because it was very meant to be, and we got our little Milo. So anyways, that's our little doggy that you'll hear pitter-pattering, maybe
you'll
woofing.
Hear him.
He has sort of a chicken bark, I'd like to call it.
Oh, yeah, it's good. Would you like to do an imitation?
I'd like you to do an imitation.
Okay, it's kind of like, boh, 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 boh.
I think that's really accurate.
Thank you.
And that's coming from the voice actor, Claire, so wow. Wow.
So basically,
you know what? That's actually coming from a voice actor that does not do a very good chicken.
It's ironic for how many videos I've seen of you as a young kid doing a chicken imitation.
Well, more of the chicken dance was the essential part of it, though.
There's
a lot of videos filmed by me shut up, in my Hawaiian shirt or my Spider-Man collared shirt of me doing my chicken dance. And it's an archive that spans many years of my childhood and should really just continue now.
I think it should.
Let's bring them back.
Let's bring it back.
I have many more Hawaiian shirts than little Michelle could ever have dreamed of.
I love the Hawaiian shirts.
You know what? This is all really essential for our first podcast episode.
It is.
When we decided to film a crucial structural insert into our first episode, this is exactly what I had envisioned.
I'm so content with the amount of chicken that has made it into this insert. I wasn't expecting anything less.
Why, of all times right now, Claire, am I realizing that this fern on our desk is dying? Look at that poor thing. This is why, Kate, someone gave that to us, and it's very nice. But we can't take care of plants.
I can't be
We take care of our dog very well. But do not give me a live plant. No. I will forget about it.
Yep. It's just, if it doesn't move or make noise, I will forget that it's there.
Yep. So please don't send us plants.
Do not send us plants.
Please do not send us.
If you take anything away from this
insert, we might give off the vibe of being a plant
people
of
plant
being
people.
a plant people.
A plant people.
But we are really not.
Nay.
We do not have the time.
Nor the gumpture.
Nor the gumpture. Nor the concentration and organization required to keep a plant a-living.
Keep a plant a-living. And on that note.
Sounds like a gardening company. Keep a plant a-living.
Oh, that's my next business.
Great, Claire. Oh, my.
Keep a plant a-living from a gal who can't.
Well, back to the episode. And I'd like to say that it gets less chaotic from here on out, but you're in for
You're in for a treat.
A treat.
Snap,
All right.
snap.
That's what we do for a living. That's our dog.
That's how we deal with plants.
How we deal with plants and
chickens.
And chickens. Bye from the insert. Did we already kind of tell them why Life Worth Living is the title? I feel like we did, but can you elaborate on that? Because the title was your idea.
Yes. Okay.
Maybe the original podcast was my idea
It was.
a week ago, but then 2 days ago you were like,
Let's
okay.
do it.
You came up with a list,
Yeah.
and that one stood out to me. I was like, Life Worth Living, 100%.
Yeah. Well, I don't think we talked about the title specifically at all. We really wanted to just embody how much fun we can have in life. And I think that there's just so much coming at us that's really negative all the time that it can kind of feel like, well, what's the point? And I think that there's a lot to do. And there's a lot that you can do that makes life really fun and really worth living. So, hence the name, Life Worth Living.
Yeah, very good, very good. I hope that this podcast can be one little tiny micro step closer to bringing more positivity into people's lives. And we can, in longer form, start to talk about the stuff we're really passionate about, because it's a very negative world out there. It's a very scary, scary, scary world. And especially with social media, it feels like it's all negative sometimes. And my solution for the last couple of years was to just not have it, was to just literally delete social media and say, I can't, why would I want to contribute to anything? Like, because it's not going to help or whatever. It's not going to, like, I don't want to contribute to something that is creating so much negativity. But social media is just a format. And
It's a medium.
Yeah.
That is what it is. It is a social media.
There's nothing inherently negative or positive about it. It's up to us to decide what we contribute to it and also what we consume.
Yeah.
Because the algorithms are designed to hook us in. And if
Yeah.
we start to lean negative, the algorithm will lean negative. If we start to lean positive, the algorithm will lean positive. And that's, I think, a bigger metaphor in life. Like, you really do have a massive amount of control over your perception of the world. And I think that's one of the points that you and I always try and hit home in our conversations to encourage each other, is like, even in these situations where you feel like you have no control, your perception matters and it creates the reality around you. And that's what you have mastered. And that's what I'm so excited for you to, like, teach them in the way that you taught me.
Thank you. Yeah. I mean, I think that I've done a good job of sort of mastering my own brain in the last few years. It definitely wasn't always like this. It was a lot harder for me, especially when I was about 16, 17, to really get a hold of my emotions and how I thought of the world. But I think that now I've sort of mastered it, and I can't wait to share that with you guys.
Yeah. No, I mean, you really, really have. Like, that is your superpower. That is your magic pixie dust. Claire's a big Disney person, so she'll love that I phrased it that way. And it's interesting because when you were younger, the only goal I remember you ever having was, I want to work for Disney.
Yeah.
The magic that we saw, like, within the movies, and that feeling you have when you're a kid of just like, oh, I want to create that magic. Like, you still do that. You cultivate that in your day-to-day life all of the time. And yeah, that to me is what can create a life worth living, is, oof.
Tying it back.
Ooh,
look at that.
Look at this. Look at this
that.
podcasting. Wow.
Wow.
This podcasting duo is podcasting
She
today.
fancy.
So fancy.
She fancy.
Creating structure where it doesn't exist.
Snap, snap.
I really think, I mean, we can see what the reaction is, but I really want to just try and have conversations, like, without stopping.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm curious, like, I think when we have guests, we'll have to curate more specific questions and make sure we have more structure.
Totally.
So we don't waste people's time. Because, again, guys, we're going to be having these conversations whether we're recording or not.
As
so
we
for
do.
us, it's like,
It's just another day.
It's whatever.
It's just another convo.
Yeah, but yeah, when we have guests, we'll probably have to
Snip,
be
snap.
all official about it.
Snip, snap, snip, snap.
You have no... Okay, Claire. Of all the office quotes that we could have added to this first episode of the podcast, that is not going to be one of them. Would you care to choose a better one?
I am Beyonce always.
I like it. I'm not superstitious, but I am a little stitious.
There we go. Fabulous.
There's going to be many an office quote.
You bet.
Watch out.
Probably a bit too many.
Too many. But the good thing is we'll just sort of slide them on in there.
Hopefully we'll do it so subtly that you won't even notice.
Yeah. Have to point them out.
It could be Easter eggs.
Yes. We actually should do that.
That would be really fun.
Like, vote on an Instagram story, like, okay, did you hear an office quote 2 times, 3 times, or 6 times in episode 4?
I love that. And then the winner could get...
Chicken dinner.
Chicken dinner.
Oh, well.
Wow.
Milo's asleep. Hopefully we did not put you guys to sleep so far.
Oh, I think they're wild and ready to go.
The audience is wild?
Oh, yeah.
They're wilded and ready to go?
We've been wilding it up.
We have been. Happy bath day.
Happy bath. Oh, it's hidden in mine. Oh.
No, move your head. The people who are just listening to the audio will have no idea what we're talking about. Should we just keep the mystery alive?
No, I think we got to go tell them to follow us on Instagram and TikTok.
What a segue.
Oh,
wow.
yeah.
The professional social media manager. Oof. Really getting the marketing in there.
I know how to do it.
Do tell.
Well, we have Instagram and TikTok and YouTube. Mm-hmm. And you can follow us at Living...
Oh my God! Yeah. That's so bad.
I was going to say Living It Up Pod, and that's not it.
No, I kind of like it, though. Living It Up can be our bloopers podcast.
Yes.
Because we will accumulate so many.
Many.
Although I do think we're just going to keep them in.
Oh, yeah. It's more fun that way. I always like listening to the bloopers.
Yeah.
Anyway, do not go follow Living It Up Pod because you'll be following
exist,
someone else.
Someone else.
Follow Life Worth Living Pod on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube.
Don't talk so quiet.
Oh, sorry. I was getting too moody.
Claire has to get better at her audio regulation.
So listen, because Mish is a professional singer, songwriter, and voice actor and works with microphones for a living, she knows everything about this, and I know nothing about this. So she's going to probably have to correct me a whole bunch.
Just then, the audio got a little quieter, Claire.
Oh, no. Okay. I have to maintain
Do you hear the steadiness in my voice? It's staying at a consistent
It's just a talent that I haven't acquired.
It's not really a talent, though. It's more of an awareness.
I just get excited and then I get shy.
But when you get shy, it's almost inaudible.
That's so fair.
Oh no, let's not turn this into an ASMR. There's nothing.
An ASMR podcast.
There is nothing I despise more than ASMR. Actually, that is a massive hyperbole. There are so many things.
Many things.
So many things that I dislike in this world. Oh, okay. Life Worth Living Pod.
Life Worth Living Pod.
And they can listen to the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify.
Oh, yeah.
We'll put the video up on YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
And then we're going to research all the other places one puts a podcast.
Because once again, we are starting before we are ready. So we don't know where we should put the podcast, but we're going to figure it out.
It's kind of like when you know that you need to make cookies, but you don't know what's in your cupboard, but you're like, I gotta have a treat. I'm at the stage in my menstrual cycle where I have to make something out of nothing.
Yeah.
Because there's no other form of sugar in my cupboard.
That's so fair.
So you end up making some odd recipe that no one should ever make.
No. But then you have some weird form of cookies and you just gotta eat them.
Yeah. So we're force feeding our audience
some weird cookies.
Some weird cookies. Yum, yum, yum. Living it up.
Living it up, pod. It's not that. How often can they expect these episodes?
Well, I would say once a week is what we're going to be going for. But which day? I think we're going to settle on Tuesday, yes?
Yep.
Tuesday. Although this first episode might not come out on a Tuesday.
Maybe not.
Not going up. on a Tuesday. Maybe going up on a Thursday. Or a Friday. Or a Saturday.
Okay, Moira.
I've gone into... My Moira.
Here she comes.
Jocelyn. Wow, all right. Are we really going to
end
our episode on a shout out to Canadian comedy show Schitt's Creek?
So anyway, follow us.
No. Come on. What's one more thing we could talk about for like 30 seconds? Okay. No, I will say one more thing, which is that... Oh, I really thought I was just going to think of something smart.
Sometimes I just start a sentence and I don't even know where it's going.
I just hope I find it along the way. Right over here, Jim.
Right over here, Jim. Anyway, now we're just shouting out 2 incredible shows.
I don't know. What are some other general pieces of information in case someone that's listening to this doesn't even know anything about us? Ooh. We live in Vancouver, Canada, not Vancouver, Washington.
It's
common
true.
Misconstrued.
Good old Canada.
Misconstrudence?
Common misconstrudence.
Common misconstrudels. We have been together for almost 8 years.
Yeah.
Which is wild.
Crazy.
Claire is a wonderful dancer. She spent most of her life dancing. She did her solo seal in ballet. Ooh. High level ballerina. I am a master Mario Kart player.
Of all of your high accomplishments.
I am so good at puzzling. And you know what? I know your mom is going to be listening to this, and she's going to be so excited that I said that.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to my mom.
We bond so much on our
over the puzzles.
Mutual love of puzzles.
Each time we go to my house,
it's a problem.
There's a puzzle on the table
and
that my parents are working on.
And I attack that thing like nobody's business.
You also reached level 100 on, what was it called? Tanks.
Thank you, baby, for mentioning that, because you know I tried for a lifetime.
Yep.
And then it was when I got COVID last year.
Of course.
And I had time. And I was like, you know what? It's now.
It was
because
amazing.
I can't get up from the couch. So what else am I going to do?
Yep. You
then
sent me a
finally
video.
spend 3.5 hours.
It was really satisfying.
To get to level 100. I think I was swearing the entire time. And when I finally did it, the video is of me dropping to my knees.
Yeah. No. We're going to have to post a little BTS of the video of you dropping to your knees, because it's no joke.
It is a celebration that could be equated to the Olympics. Like, it's like I just won the lottery. It's so extreme. I'm not an extreme person by any means.
No, you? What?
Okay, one more random fact each. I am a massive hockey nerd and women's soccer nerd, but also play floor hockey. Yeah.
I lived in Singapore for 2 years. And I have a black belt in Taekwondo.
And that is the truth.
So don't come at me.
Now we can't play a good game of 2 truths and a lie, Claire.
Gotta think of some new stuff.
Farticles. Well, I think farticles is a great word to really send us off. Alas, a week from now, another podcast will appear.
And suddenly you'll be back in the void
of life worth living. We will reel you in with office quotes, Schitt's Creek references, farticles, and triumphs of We Play.
May there be many more to come. I will just
lastly add that I can also play Mario Kart upside down. I can play
She's really
at 150cc or 200cc if you need mirrored. I can also accomplish that for you. Rainbow Road upside down. Let me know. Place and time. I'll be there.
I mean, she's also written over 200, right?
Irrelevant
songs, but
irrelevant. My proudest
Those are more
accomplishments.
legendary by far.
Yes. Screw the songs.
Screw the songs.
Well,
Well.
I'm really excited, Claire.
Me too.
I'm really excited for the conversations that we're going to share because you and I inspire what?
Sorry, I just thought of another Office quote. I am so excited by the potential that you see in me. What is it?
I'm so impressed
I'm
with
so
the
impressed
potential
with the
you see
potential
in
you
me.
see in me.
Can we get the temperature like 3 degrees? Yeah, sure.
This whole podcast is just eventually going to be an ode.
An ode to the office. Isn't life an ode to the office?
Oh, so true.
We are millennials after all.
No,
or we're Gen Zers.
We're Gen Z.
Okay, it depends on the chart. I feel like I'm a millennial. You're a Gen Zer.
I'm a Gen Z.
Even though you're 11 months older than me.
It's true.
But seriously, I'm
Here we
really
are.
excited for these conversations that we're going to have. And you and I inspire each other so much. And we have grown so much together. And my only goal with this is A, to have fun. But then also B, to hopefully bring a little bit of fun and some more positivity into y'all's life. Because, again, it's a wild, wild world out there.
It really is.
So all we can do is try and add a little more light to it.
And create a life worth living.
A life it was a syllable going back and forth. A life worth living.
Da-da-dun.
Da-da-da-da.
Da-da-dun.
All right. This has to end.
It must.
Because I, for some reason, am sweating profusely and I need to go to bed.
Aren't we all?
Are we all just sweating profusely
And needing to go to bed.
But no. We have to create a life
Worth
living. I'm going to have to create a little
ditty.
Yeah. At some point.
It's going to be amazing.
It's going to be a couple episodes from now.
Perks
But
of
when I
doing
have
a
some time,
podcast
I'm going to...
with a songwriter.
Perks of doing a podcast with a songwriter. Just create a good little ditty.
Yeah.
What if I make it really
ditty.
bad, though?
Oh.
What
That
if
would
I
suck.
auto-tune it out of pitch?
I think it should be me singing.
Like fall down
and then
the
you
stairs.
auto-tune it. To be
Try not to fall down the stairs. Oh.
the best song that's ever existed.
On that crazy note,
That crazy, wacky
should
note.
have ended this a good 10 minutes ago. That's going to
yeah.
be the hardest part, is just ending
Wrapping it up.
these episodes.
It's hard. We get on a roll. And
We
then
get on-
talk about
oh my
games
gosh.
and music and The Office.
And we're just going to stop recording and continue to have these conversations.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
Again, really makes no difference for us, guys. We're just letting you in on our little life here. Our
gonna be
little
awesome.
spectacularly wacky life.
Oh, yeah.
Full of random, eclectic, fun times. So, yep. All right.
Okay. Follow us on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube.
Life Worth Living Pod.
Thank you. I was going to say the other one.
Living it up.
Yep.
I think we've said that just as many times. Once again, folks, that is not a podcast. And if it is, it's not ours.
It's someone else.
It's
Life Worth Living Pod.
Yeah.
That's
Life
the
Worth
one.
Living Pod. Not the
And
other
tune
one.
in every Tuesday.
Every Tuesday, except for this one.
Except for
is
this
maybe
one.
not a Tuesday, but that's okay because you had no previous episode to hear us say it was going to be on a Tuesday.
It's true.
Henceforth, the relevant information will be every Tuesday. What? What's your problem, Claire? What? What's the problem?
No, I truly love it. It's every time we're so close to wrapping it, I feel like more words just find their way out and it gets longer and longer. But this is part of the fun of creating a podcast.
I am a soybean of many words.
Are there soybeans of lesser words?
Oh, I'm sure. I don't think there are many soybeans with more words than I. And I stuff a lot of them into 3.5-minute songs, but it's not enough.
Yep.
But I don't have the attention span to write novels, so have fun hearing me blabber on a podcast. Oh boy, long form with me.
Oh boy.
This is the format.
Here we go. You're in for a ride.
I am ready to rock and rumble. You don't even know.
Watch
Actually,
out
of all people, you would know.
I do know.
I
do know
all too well.
all too well.
Are you happy? There you go. I got my games in. You got your Taylor Swift reference.
Oh
in.
yeah.
All right, that's it. I'm cutting us off.
No more.
Finite. But also, love you.
See you Tuesdays.
And see you Tuesdays.